Hi, my name is Blake, and my husband and I wanted to make this video so we could share about our home birth experience.
Where are we going?
We are on our way to Melanie's house, our midwife, for the first time. We think I'm about 11 weeks.
About 2 years ago, I had my first son. His name is Arrow, and I want to be careful talking about his birth because I don't want it to sound like it wasn't special and beautiful, because it was. But I left that hospital birth just feeling like the care that I got wasn't what I truly needed as a woman and as a new mom. So when I got pregnant again, I decided to just kind of research other options. I had heard about midwives, and I reached out to a friend who I heard had like great midwife experiences, and the midwife that she recommended to me was amazing. I just immediately felt like, okay, whatever this lady does, like, I want to be a part of it.
Blake came to me and said she wanted to do a home birth, and I said yes because I'm not the one having a baby.
The more information that we learned and the more we educated ourselves, the more we realized that this sounded like the perfect fit for us. We started meeting with our midwife, and even from the first appointment, like, I just felt super comforted. I felt at peace coming into her house. Like, even just doing the appointments at her house was so much more relaxing to me, rather than going into a hospital, which felt like super sterile. And
so we kept meeting with Melanie throughout the winter, and the pregnancy was going great.
we went to Amsterdam during my pregnancy. I was like being a lot more active throughout this pregnancy.
We kind of had a crazy beginning of the year because of my work. We got to go to Seattle and have a weekend alone together, which was awesome. So as you do, we were going on a lot of walks towards the end of Blake's pregnancy and getting closer to her due date.
My midwife, she works with more of a private practice OB group, so closer towards the end of my pregnancy, I was going in there and doing like in-depth ultrasounds to make sure that the baby had enough fluid and enough room. And my due date had come and gone, and I wasn't going into labor yet. And everyone was asking us, when are you getting induced? Like, is everything okay? And my midwife kept reassuring us, like, it's gonna be fine. I woke my husband up around like 3 or 4 a.m. and I was like, I'm having contractions, I think it's happening.
I got woken up in the middle of the night and I was kind of like, oh, just wait till morning, like we'll figure it out. But we called Melanie and she told me to set up at the pool, so I went and sat at the pool downstairs.
And around 6 a.m., I believe, we called our midwife and we were like, okay, like this is it, this is happening. Called our family to come get our dogs and our son, and I was really sad to say goodbye to them. I was honestly very comforted by my dogs during my contractions.
I could tell Blake was getting in more and more pain and more serious about things, so I then texted the doula and our midwife and was like, you might want to make it a little faster.
It just got very intense. So the contractions were super painful. I labored in the water for, I don't know, maybe an hour or so, started like pushing. I was heading to the couch to have Melanie check me and just see how everything was going, because she wanted to check the baby's heart rate and stuff. And I ended up stopping like on my way to the couch, and I was like, no, I need to push now. So I ended up pushing and like laboring on the ground of my living room, and it happened there. I had him on the living room floor, and my husband had the opportunity to catch our baby.
It was super emotional when Blake held Story and I caught Story for the first time. It was so exciting, and it was just like a joy that we hadn't experienced together.
Doing this home birth, I felt like we had worked together, and it was us, the two of us, that had gotten him into the world, and it was amazing.
And when we went upstairs and got to sit in our own bed that night, that was way better than having to sleep on those couches in the hospital. We were just looking at each other so excited and happy still. Like, we just did this. It was amazing.
I still say that this is the most empowering thing that I've ever done as a woman. And I think that that's why I want to share this story, is because I want other women to be able to feel like this.